last left the Royal Boys, they were on the final leg of their Indonesian surf vacation. Over the past 10 days, they'd seen and done things that most people never do in a lifetime. And to cap off this monumental trip, they were being introduced to a whole new kind of surfing. But even on a good day for the Royal Boys, trouble isn't far behind. Perhaps it was their loud music, or the fact that they were surfing behind a 150-foot yacht. Whatever the reason, this warship wanted answers.
This is Indonesian warship calling you over.
We're getting pulled over by a huge-ass warship.
That's heavy right there, bro.
And while the guys thought this was all a joke, the captain wasn't laughing.
How many crews on your ship?
19 passengers.
19 passengers.
It's all fun and games until the Indo Army busts your ass.
Segera hubungi menggunakan channel 16. Saya ulangi menggunakan channel 16.
Kita sudah lewat Selat Sunda, kita belok kanan, turun dari Madura ke Bali, Pak.
Selamat sore, Pak. Anda dari mana menuju ke mana nih, Pak?
How are we looking, Cap?
We're okay.
Right when we get in range, they're gonna fire a missile on us.
The good thing about Hawaii. Guys were anxious to begin the final leg of their journey, the 4-day rager in Bali, the party hub of Indonesia. As the guys departed, their surf guide was gracious enough to invite them to a party he was planning to throw on the boat. This gala event would take place in 3 days, and the only thing the guys would be responsible for is bringing girls.
We're gonna be in Bali a couple days. Why don't you guys cruise back to the boat in a few days and just grab some girls, do whatever you want. Just come down in a couple days and we'll do it again.
For real?
All right,
bro.
All right.
Thanks, yeah.
So the plan was set. In addition to taking the beaches and bars of Bali by storm, they would also have to wrangle up some chicks.
I think I'm ready for a shower.
Oh
my God, bro.
This would be harder for some than others. Case in point, Ralph. Now, Ralph was by far the sickest surfer the guys knew, but he was also a madman whose aggressive party lifestyle left little time for hygiene. Hence, the rancid odor.
Dude, it's shirts off and hands down, or shirts on
Yeah,
and
dude,
hands
put
up.
your hands down, bro. There's some serious smelling going on. Oh my God, what's that smell? Turn right, turn right, turn right, turn right, turn right, turn right, turn right.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm in the same room as Ralph. That's so.
I don't know where he is, but you could come up here.
Oh, he went to go shower.
Now, Bali is considered a surfer's paradise. Its perfect waves, amazing beaches, and beautiful women are just about the only things that could motivate a surfer to get off his couch and travel halfway across the world.
That's pretty rad.
But the best thing about Bali is that it's dirt cheap, and even the Royal Boys can live like kings.
Oh, how's that for clarity? Yeah. Good digging that.
Doesn't get better than this.
Forgot how good this place is. Only place in the world that we could afford to get massages.
I love the waterfall noise even.
As night fell on Bali, the guys were anxious to hit the town.
Let's go.
Okay, we out.
We out.
I'm going.
Let's go.
Ralph, swing by the bounty later.
But Ralph would not swing by the bounty. He had a plan of his own that involved going 200 miles an hour without ever leaving his bar stool.
I can't believe how drunk that bastard is right now.
Due to its crowded, narrow streets, the preferred method of transportation in Bali is by motorcycle.
You guys want to rent us some bikes?
Yeah.
We want nice ones.
Yeah, I want nice.
Junk bikes, nothing that rattles.
But hundreds of these bikes flying through small and windy roads made getting around an adventure of its own.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go like a half hour before me. That way I can scrape you guys up off the road when you crash.
As the guys pulled up to the clubs, their mission to wrangle chicks for the boat party had begun.
Hi, girls. This is Matt. Girls.
With the first rejection of the evening out of the way, the Royal Boys realized it was time to turn on their A game.
Oh, girls.
Early the next morning, all was calm at the Bounty Hotel as the Royal Boys were tucked tightly in their beds, sleeping off the effects of last night's party. Even Ralph had decided to grab some shut-eye. But there was one lone surfer who never even made it home the night before. Now, as we all know, Alex is the responsible one of the group, but he was on vacation, and nobody was going to tell him what time to go to bed. It may have only been 7:30 in the morning, but Alex's party was just getting started. Alex's big night out had clearly spilled over into the next day. He had now taken it upon himself to wake up the entire hotel. Since this type of behavior is extremely uncharacteristic of Alex, there was only one thing for the guys to do: videotape it.
Don't stare at me. Don't judge me. I choke on my own hair. This guy's mad right here.
Just go for a quick snooze.
Yeah, I wish I could, but I can't. I'm on a roll. Oh, you three girls should have been with me last night.
After offending the entire hotel, the guys made a break for the beach.
Oh, I'm hurting again.
Still hurting.
Oh. I need some water. I just got salt dehydrated. Gator! He's alive. He's done. He's out of here.
I'm ready to go to bed now. After the Gator show.
It's about the mouth.
one night left before the big boat party, it was time for the guys to make good on their promise to Anthony and invite some lovely ladies aboard the Death Star. But first, they had to clean up their act. Casey put on a brand new t-shirt. Alex tied the most perfect ponytail. Ralph continued to let the chlorine work its magic. Asia went a step further, settled in to get his nails did. And Matt took it to a whole new level by doing something a little more permanent.
What picture do you want, man? I wanted to do like a little skull, like or like a death head, like maybe Bali style though.
What the other guys didn't realize was that Matt was looking for his soulmate. And nothing says soulmate like a death head tattoo. Freshly scarred and still a little teary-eyed, Matt's confidence was soaring. It was time to hit the clubs.
Yeah, boy. We're talking. Perfect, boy. Salute. Yeah, you guys. Good Bali. As far as I'm concerned, I'm raging tonight.
We just need to line up a whole bunch of girls for the boat.
Where, the bounty?
Yeah, bounty.
Where's the bounty? The boys all got mowed. We're having a party on a big boat.
On a boat?
On a yacht.
On a yacht?
All you girls are coming with us. It's got like 3 other little boats, 2 jet skis, and a helicopter on top. All day we have a 150-foot yacht. It's the Indian Trader 4. My helicopter lands on top of the boat. The only thing it doesn't have is like a jacuzzi. It's gonna be unreal. Free drinks, free everything. And like it's just a full stock bar with like ice and cups and everything, and you're just raging.
The mission to wrangle girls for the boat party was a success. And with a twinkle in their eye and a fire in their pants, the boys looked forward to the day ahead. After successfully rounding up a dozen or so girls, the party on the Indies Trader had every indication of being a pleasant affair. An afternoon spent on the calm bays of Bali, highlighted by good friends, good food, and good conversation. But it didn't stay that way for long. Then, it was no surprise to anyone, it became this kind of party. Then Matt busted out the slow jams, which gave Casey the chance to prove that he could not only bump and grind, but also use his mind.
If you want to be a surfer, you want to go party from like 10 to like 1. If you party from 2 till 5, you're the next day.
Everyone was big pimping, especially Alex, who had his pick of 2 very aggressive ladies.
You're just a doll. We're just like both in love with you. What are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do?
There's nothing I can do.
The ladies' attacks were so relentless and disorienting, Alex never knew what was coming around the corner next.
Here's your Spanish chick. Oh, you can have it. You have it too.
While Alex was in the middle of an emotional tug of war, Matt had finally found a soulmate. And Casey proved he was the undisputed king of sensual harassment. As the party started winding down, Alex had finally set his sights on one very special girl.
Hey, your nipples are so hard. It's cold. Your nipples are so hard, honey. I don't know if I have nipples.
Then her incoherent ramblings went from kinda hot to kind of scary.
I meditate every day. I wake up and I meditate because it forgets everything. Or it brings everything, whatever, but it just gets you to the here and now, whatever. Punk, bitch, whatever.
Then, against all odds, the tide turned in Alex's favor.
I want to kiss you, yeah. You know, I want to like lick you everywhere. You're a doll, you know, that's why. And like your mouth, I crave it. Like I want to kiss you so bad. Do I want to you? Maybe.
With that amazing display of class, it was time to wrap things up.
Hey, guys, thanks for coming to this party. But you guys all see this guy here in the captain's seat? We're all gonna raise our glasses for Martin Daly, because without Martin Daly, we wouldn't be here. This is his boat, this is his place.
True, but I don't have a drink.
Well, you know what? Let's just raise our hands for Martin Daly. That was super fun.
Every surfer knows that guy who's up at the butt crack of dawn after a hard night of partying. His name is Casey. But today was the last day of the trip, and Casey was excited to surf.
7:45 already. Come on, Gator.
Oh,
Why?
because I'm asleep. What else?
Well, let's go surf.
Well, then, doesn't mean you have to come in here and make an ass of yourself.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later then. I guess I don't have any friends.
Wow, shut down by his best friends. Casey was down in the dumps. Nothing in this world could lift his spirits.
Good morning.
Nothing's worse than surfing alone, Casey thought. Except maybe getting kicked in the face by chemo.
My friends don't surf. Hi, my friends don't surf. Even though they're all better than me, they still don't surf.
Gator couldn't sleep. The thought of Casey alone sent a shiver down his spine. Meanwhile, Matt tried to figure out why he'd spent $80 on this shiny blue bottle the night before.
Mix entire contents of bottle with 500 milliliters of water and drink all within 1 minute. What the hell's a milliliter, dude?
One by one, the sleeping giants awoke to seize the day. Except for Ralph, who had been missing for over 12 hours.
Out and about, where to? Straight up Dreamland. Last one there has to pay for all the beers.
And off they went like a broken band of brothers, oblivious to the emotional tornado raging in Casey's brain.
I'm honestly bummed. But I know if they see me sleeping right here, they'll wake me up and ask me to go surfing.
These guys would shed no tears for Casey because they're men. And real men don't have emotions. So with Casey acting like a little girl, the guys said F them and dove in for their last surf session of the trip. The waves were epic, and they would have surfed all day had it not been for their old friends. In order to avoid yet another altercation with the Indonesian military, the guys decided to cut their session short.
So you guys, what do you guys want to do when you get back to Lahaina?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably take a nap.
That's what it is. He's up and about.
Yeah. Get the over here, buddy. Come on.
As Casey slowly regained his manhood, he proposed a toast to yet another savage vacation.
Man, that was awesome.
That was unreal. I'm gonna miss Bali. This place is rad.
Well, boys, what do you say? It's been fun. It's time to go back to Maui.
Back to Maui.
Back to reality.
Back to chemo.
There you go.
Pop a bear.
Back to reality. We gotta find Ralph before we go, though.
But Ralph would never be seen again. Didn't get enough of the party? Watch the guys go big in Bali and more on Lahaina.mtv.com.
But failure ain't in my blood, I'ma bounce back. I'll never drop a dud, nope, I can't do that. Listen, I'm here to stay, I ain't going nowhere. I'm taking over, homie, cause this my year, I swear. I'm going out on top, whether you lames and you haters really like it or not. It's your boy Bow Wow, man, a.k.a. Mr. Fresh as I is himself, a.k.a. the Prince of Hip Hop, and that was my sucker freestyle, you heard?